Hello everybody, this is Fruit Punch Saber here. I'm here to talk about Arcsys World Tour for Granblue Fantasy Versus. So they announced two things today. One, I said earlier, Arcsys World Tour, and second, the release date for Granblue Fantasy Versus for NA, finally. But here in this video, I'm going to talk about the Arcsys World Tour. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the page. So this is the page, right? It's pretty cool looking, right? You can see the news schedule, Daredevil rules, contact. You can change the language. You can change it to English or Japanese. I'm gonna keep it in English. I don't need that moon rooms in my face. So for all the description, they talk about the rules, the regulations, the tournaments, the point systems, and etc, etc. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and start from the top. Here's the introduction. The World Tour is going to feature these two games, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, Granblue Fantasy Versus. I'm going to go ahead and focus on Granblue Fantasy Versus. So to earn points, you got to basically participate in tournaments. And based on what tournament you went to and your ranking, or yeah, it's based on how many points you get. And at the end of October, the top 15 placers is guaranteed a spot at the Arcsys World Tour, and it's going to take place at right here. You can guess it, LA, USA. It's going to be at Los Angeles. And then for the LCQ, I think they're doing things a little bit different this year. So it's only going to be one winner for each game to qualify for the finals. So they won't have multiple winners in the LCQ. You only get one shot, and it's only going to be one person. So the last chance qualifier tournaments is going to be really pretty hard, I'm guessing. More ways to earn ranking points. They talk about the Daredevil tournaments. So Daredevil tournaments is community-driven tournaments. I think there's a certain limits on not limit, but minimum of how many people could enter the tournament to actually count as a premier. So if you want your local scene to become a premier for the Arcsys World Tour, I can't even say it right, then you need at least 16 people and Arc System approval. That's all you need. And then the rest you gotta figure out on your own. Online tournaments? Oh man. I know the game's gonna be delayed net-based code, whatever you wanna call it, delay-based net code. So there's gonna be an online world tournament for the Arcsys World Tour. None of the online tournaments has been announced yet, so you just gotta keep your eye on Twitter or social media. I don't even know if they use Facebook, but I know Twitter for sure. And then here are the premier tournaments. Before I get to those, I want to talk about the classes, right? Explain what's gold and what's platinum. So here's the thing about gold and platinum. Platinum tournaments have more points than the gold tournaments, as you can see. They have 250 more points than first place and almost double for second place. So you basically get 2 times more points if you ranked in a platinum tournament versus a gold tournament. And the platinum tournament goes all the way down to the top 49 contenders. For gold, you had to place within top 25 to even get points. And then these are Daredevils. That's a community-driven tournaments with Arcsystemworks approval. Not sponsored by Arcsystemworks. And when they say they're not sponsored by it, that means they're not held accountable for any complaints you have with that tournament. So the most you can get is 128 plus people, right? And it's going to be 150 points. That's half of a gold and half of a platinum. But I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of Daredevil points, yeah, in tournaments throughout the year. So I can imagine that. And I imagine the online tournament, I think they're going to be Daredevil based. So the online tournament is either going to be gold. There's no way in hell they're going to make a platinum online tournament. That would be whack. That would be kind of funny too. but it's either Gold or Daredevil, I imagine, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Daredevil mostly, but it'll be cool to do Gold too. So let's go back to the premieres. These are the premiere tournaments for the Granblue versus World Tour. And as you can see in the far right corner, they're pretty much all circles. There's one TBD and more. What? Alright, I didn't see that part, but it's all circles. So these are the tournaments confirmed right now. They said there's more. Oh, dang. Okay. Let me start with this. Let's go over the premiere tournament that's been confirmed. Brussels Challenge Major Edition 2020. That's the EU tournament. It's going to be held at the end of March, and it's going to be at Belgium. Final round. That's going to be at ATL, right? NA. Also the same date, near the end of March. Combo Breaker. That's going to be held in Illinois, and it's going to be near the end of May. And if you can't make it to North America at the end of May, you can go to Australia at Battle Arena Melbourne 12, and that's also going to be at the end of May. It's all Gold tournaments so far, right? Taipei Major 2020 is the only June tournament confirmed right now. It's at Taiwan, Asia, right? And then I can't pronounce it. I think I'm gonna butcher this, but this is in EU. Vanality 2020. That's the beginning of July. So that's gonna be at Europe. So no NA so far for June and July, right? Because at the end, near the end of July, it's the Arc Revel Japan 2020. That's gonna be at Tokyo, Japan, Asia. So no NA for 2 months. Hold that. But there's a little bit of hope, maybe Evo, right? It says and more, but let's get to that later. So Demolition Derby 6 Germany is going to be at September for EU. And finally, after freaking June, July, August, 3 months, it's going to be CO Otaku. And that's going to be at Florida at the end of September. So technically 4 months, right? And they finally get their chance. There's a lot of, I guess it's spread out pretty good. I'll go over it after I'm done. Revolution 20XX is at October, at the beginning of October in UK. So that's EU. And then C Major 2020 is going to be near the, I don't want to say near the end, I want to say the middle of October at Singapore, Asia. Arc Revel Korea, dang, it's going to be Gold. And I didn't state their status, so there's only 2 platinums tournaments so far. Arc Revel Japan 2020 and Revolution 2000XX. And that's APAC and Europe, EU. But there's that and more at the very end. So I'm thinking, because they're going to announce the EVO lineup next Tuesday, they don't want to spoil anything. EVO is going to be in there. They have to be. There's a huge gap of no NA, right? And between June and September. So I imagine they're going to put EVO at July just to fill in that huge missing gap. And so far the confirmed tournaments is 1, 2, let me count. Counting is hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 EU tournaments. 1, 2, 3. Evil gotta count. So it's 3 NA confirmed so far, and I bet it's going to even out with 4 with Evo, right? And Asia is 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's 4. 4. Every continent has 4 chants. EU, NA, and APAC. So each continent have a chance, equal amount of chances, and more is probably just 1 tournament, and that's going to be Evo. And because they didn't want to spoil the Evo lineup next Tuesday, then they added in. So Evo is pretty much gonna be confirmed. Dang, I already signed up for combo break and final round. I'm gonna try to sign up for Evo too. I'm gonna try. Booking the hotel part is the hardest part. And Evo is gonna be a platinum. Let's be real. It has to be a platinum. Because there's only 2. Oh, yeah. Because there's 3 regions. APAC, NA, not NA really, but America. Yeah, because I don't see Canada, I don't see Mexico. So America. So APAC, America, EU. And we only have 2 confirmed platinums. Arc Revel Japan for APAC and Revolution 20XX for EU and Evo for America. It has to be Evo. That's going to be the last tournament announced for the Arc Revel Tour. So I already explained the Daredevil event. Basically a community driven event, and based on the number of players, minimum of 16 players is the points you're going to get. And the highest amount of points you can get from a Daredevil event is going to be 150. But you need 128 plus people to join that event, right? And they want to make sure that to tell you, hey, right, players entering Daredevil events acknowledge that Arcsystemworks does not sponsor, endorse, or involve in the administration of said events, and that by entering a Daredevil event, player release Arcsystemworks of any liability arising from the player participation in applicable Daredevil tournament. That means it's not our fault. Blame the tournament organizers. We didn't sponsor this event. We just give the okay. Yeah. Okay. So tournaments, online tournament. There's no real news, but like I said, follow their Twitter. Follow the official Granblue versus Twitter or BlazBlue cross-tag. But in this video, I'm talking about freaking Granblue. Double. All right. Here's the tournament regulations. All tournament must have this. So 1-on-1, no tag, no team tournaments, double elimination, winners and loser brackets, not the upper and lower brackets. Granblue Fantasy versus play best of 3, first to 2, just in case you get confused. For the winners finals, loser finals, and the grand finals, the rules will be changed to best of 5, so first to 3. Right, cross tag, best of 3. For the winners, losers, and grand final, best of 3. We're talking about cross tag. So both games, BB tag and Granblue versus, they have to be played on the PS4. So Granblue versus only announced on the PS4, so that doesn't matter for my game. All right, here's the fucked up part. Ooh, the default language setting for each game will be set according to the country in which the tournament is hosted. Right? Maybe that's why they didn't include South America, because we don't got that South America dub, bruh. Dang. So the reason why, I bet this is the main reason, I'll talk about it in the other video, but the reason why I think NA got pushed back all the way to March is because they were doing English dub voiceover. That has to be the reason. So dang, I'm pretty happy. I'll talk about it in the other video. I don't want to get off topic. So that means if you're playing in NA and most likely EU, you have to use English dub. It didn't stay in the rules that you'll get DQ if you change it, but I think you'll get the tournament organizers in trouble. So you gotta play in English if you're in NA or EU. And then if you're in APAC, you can go ahead and be a weeb and use that JP dub just like I'm gonna be at home. Yup. So the only time you hear JP dub in a tournament is APAC. That means Australia too, right? Yep. Okay, so the mode will be versus mode. Okay, sure. Game will be the latest version. Oh, I wonder if they have that 2-week policy. They didn't mention it. Like if a new character is released, you can't use it for 2 weeks. I don't know if they're gonna run into that issue, but that's not in the rules. So control settings can be changed freely within the game. However, no turbo mode and no hardware based macros. But I think hitbox is allowed. So, okay, cool. Players are allowed to change their characters in the beginning of the match. Opt for a blind pick. For the blind pick, players must declare the first player to the staff before the match begins. Once the match starts, only the loser of the match can change the player. According to the tournament brackets, the players on the top or left of the bracket will be player 1. Player at the bottom or right will be player 2. So I think what that means is you can't rock, paper, scissors shoot your way to P1 side. Your player position will be based on the bracket. Let's see. Any players late for the match will be DQ. Okay. Players can check their buttons. So button checks gotta be in versus mode. I don't know if they're having like Tekken or Street Fighter where you can check your buttons at the character select screen. Or you gotta go in versus mode and then you gotta check your buttons. But I think it's pretty much you gotta go in versus mode, start the match, check your buttons, and then thumbs up, and then start the real game. But I think it's all players are to check their buttons. So I think button check is mandatory. Once the match begins, until the round is over, don't press start, don't use the share button. Whoever uses it is going to get DQ. Okay, even your controller died, you get DQ. Well, from one round, you lose one round, you will get DQ completely. So you lose a round. If a player has been found to using a wrong character during a match, automatic loss for the entire match. So I think what that means is, you know, winners can't change their character. You won, you change your character, they caught you changing your character, and they know you won, you lost the entire match. Not one round, you lost the entire match. If it deemed that player, oh, and blind pick too, I guess. You lied and blind pick. That's the only two scenarios I can see with that rule. Redeem that player deliberately delaying. Damn! I think they're talking about the Sonic, the ice, the evil ice on Goichi and Sonic pods. Well, it's not really his fault, right? I don't know. I don't want to get into that. Oh shit! DQ. So here's the Title Pacific regulation. I'm only talking about Granblue Fantasy versus. Match duration is 99 seconds. First to 2, grand finals, winner finals, loser finals, first to 3. I love they didn't call it lower upper bracket. Thank you. Stage and BGM is auto unless the other player agrees that you can pick your song. But you can't pick your language, right? No, you don't want to use. You can't use JP dub. Well, there's no. It's not in the rule book. I don't know. I don't know if this like in the rule book or something, but I don't think you could choose JP dub if you want to. So you can choose any colors, any characters. In an event where the progress of a match deemed impossible due to reason and technical difficulties, the players will have to replay their match, recreating only numbers and rounds won. And that's it for the Arcsys World Tour. So the only thing that's not on here that I know that's going to be in the World Tour is Evo, because there's only 2 platinum tournaments. EU and APAC has their platinum tournament, but NA doesn't have their platinum tournament. And there's a huge gap between June and September on NA tournaments, so they have to put Evo as their, you know, platinum tournament. I can't think of any other NA event. What I think so far, I think it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward on how many online tournaments are they willing to do, and how many Daredevil events are going to be throughout the year. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of Daredevil events, not too much of online tournaments, and I think the World Final is going to be in November. At least I know where to look forward to going in November. So the World Finals is going to be at Los Angeles. It's confirmed. So go ahead and look for hotels, bookings, air tickets, and yep. Oh, and there's only going to be one winner for the LCQ. I'm pretty excited, right? So I already booked 2 tournaments, final round and combo breaker. I hope I do well, but I'm just excited to, dang, this game is going to be super sick. And then combo breaker, all the DLC characters should be released, because 2 characters release in March and 2 characters release in April. So all the characters should be released by the time combo breaker starts. It's going to be, I don't know when season 2 characters will be released. I'm probably thinking after Evo, because there's no way they're going to leave a huge gap with all these tournaments in. And I don't see, what's that tournament called? Rage? They talk about Rage in one of the interviews and how they think they want Granblue to be in it, but I don't see that in the World Tour. So probably just with Funzo, or probably they cut back. So the Arc Revel 2020 looks pretty cool. I'm excited for it. Dang. Yeah, that's all I could say. That's it. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm going to combo breaker and I'm going to final round. I know Evo is going to be there, so I'm gonna try to go Evo too. Let's see how this plays out. Let's see how well they can keep this organized, because last year Arc Revel Tour was basically non-existent. I don't even know about it until the end of the year. I'm like, what the fuck? Did they even stream in the tournament? I don't think they really stream any of the tournaments, right? Just the finals at November. So hopefully they do a lot better job this year. Hopefully this year is more advertised. Hopefully they market more. And overall, I hope a lot of people participate in it. That's what I really want, because look at these huge numbers. They want people to play their game, and I want people to play the game too. I really hope this game do well. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you for taking the time watching the video. Please like and subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Later everybody. Bye.